House Targaryen's history in Westeros is a saga of conquest, power, and dragons. Originating from the ancient freehold of Valyria, the Targaryens were one of the few noble families to survive the doom of Valyria, having settled on Dragonstone years before the Cataclysm. Their true ascension began with Aegon the Conqueror, who, alongside his sisters Visenya and Rhaenys, embarked on a campaign to unite the seven kingdoms of Westeros under their rule. This monumental endeavor marked the beginning of the Targaryen Dynasty, which would endure for nearly 3 centuries. The Targaryens maintained their dominance through their dragons, an unprecedented military advantage that struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. However, their legacy is not only one of conquest and rule, but also of remarkable individual martial prowess. From the legendary dragon lords who established their dominion to the fierce warriors who defended it, the Targaryens produced some of the most formidable fighters in Westerosi history. This exploration will center on the individual feats and attributes that define these warriors as some of the greatest in Targaryen history. We will delve into their personal battles, duels, and moments of heroism that exemplify their martial capabilities. This approach ensures that we appreciate their combat skills and bravery rather than their tactical acumen or territorial conquests. By examining these warriors' personal achievements, we honor the legacy of House Targaryen's martial prowess and celebrate the heroes who defined their era through their extraordinary feats of arms. And of course, as ever, there are those who are more than welcome to view this list as somewhat subjective. Number 1 on the list is Daemon Blackfire. Acknowledged as one of the greatest warriors of his time, Daemon wielded the ancestral sword Blackfire with unmatched skill. Though some might question his inclusion in the list of Targaryen greats, giving his initial bastard status, let the reader be reminded that he and all the other great bastards were legitimized upon the death of Aegon IV, so his inclusion in this is quite proper in light of this. His prowess in single combat and his leadership in battle were legendary. Daemon's martial prowess was showcased in numerous battles during the Blackfire Rebellion, where he proved his strength and skill by cutting through enemy ranks with ease. Ultimately, his skill with the blade earned him acclaim, armies, riches, and great respect, but never the throne that he sought. Coming in at number 2 is Maegor the Cruel. Renowned for his brutal strength and fearlessness in battle, Maegor Targaryen, second-born son of Aegon the Conqueror, was a warrior king who crushed his enemies with ruthless efficiency. He was a master of various weapons and combat techniques. Maegor's most notable display of martial prowess was during the Trial of 7, where he and his chosen companions killed all 7 of his opponents in melee combat, a feat that cemented his reputation as an unstoppable force in battle. Though his bloodlust, paranoia, and horrible treatment of his subjects would see him come to a dark and tragic end, his warrior skill cannot be denied. Number 3. Daemon Targaryen. Known as the Rogue Prince, Daemon Targaryen was a skilled and daring warrior. He wielded the Valyrian steel sword Dark Sister and achieved numerous military victories, including his famed duel against Aemond Targaryen. Daemon's martial prowess was evident in his daring and successful campaign during the War for the Stepstones, where he proved himself as a fearless and strategic fighter. Number 4. Jon Snow. Some might question his place on this list, given his relative youth and relatively minimal battle experience compared with some of this list, but in his short time in the Watch, Jon has proven his mettle time and again. Known for his bravery and skill with a sword, Jon Snow, still yet to be revealed in the books as Aegon Targaryen, played a crucial role in numerous battles, including the battle at Castle Black and the Battle of the Before the Wall against the Wildlings. Jon's martial prowess was evident in his ability to lead and fight against overwhelming odds, showcasing his tactical mind and combat skills. He demonstrated berserker strength during intense battles, especially in moments of desperation and fury. Jon also recognized his weaknesses when fighting Qhorin Halfhand, learning valuable lessons in combat. His training against Mance Rayder, a man whose martial skill united the wildling tribes, further honed his abilities. In a prophetic dream, Jon saw himself fighting the undead with a flaming sword and wearing armor of black ice, symbolizing his crucial role in the battle against the forces of darkness. If this indeed does come to pass, Jon will warrant a trip to not just the top of the Targaryen warrior list, but of that of the all-time greats in the history of Planetos. Number 5. Aemon Targaryen, known as the Dragon Knight. A knight of the Kingsguard, Prince Aemon was famed for his chivalry and martial skill. His prowess in combat earned him the nickname Dragon Knight, and he was considered one of the finest swordsmen of his age. Aemon's martial prowess was showcased in his numerous battles defending the realm and the royal family, where he demonstrated exceptional skill with a sword and unwavering bravery. Number 6. Prince Rhaegar Targaryen, the Last Dragon. Initially more a scholar than a swordsman, at some point he was made aware of the prophecy of the prince who was promised, even thinking he was the fulfillment of that prophecy, and so he too upped the sword and excelled greatly in the warrior arts. Prince Rhaegar was a gifted warrior, known for his skill with a lance and sword. His performance at the tourney at Harrenhal and his tragic end at the Battle of the Trident cemented his legacy as a formidable fighter. Rhaegar's martial prowess was evident in his ability to hold his own against the likes of Robert Baratheon, a renowned warrior in his own right. Number 7. Queen Visenya, sister wife to Aegon the Conqueror. One of the sister wives of Aegon the Conqueror, Visenya was a warrior queen who wielded the Valyrian steel sword, Dark Sister. She was a fierce combatant, both on foot and dragonback, riding Vhagar into battle. Visenya's martial prowess was highlighted when she cut Aegon during a council meeting, demonstrating her skill and strength and convincing him of the need for the Kingsguard to protect him. At one point during the War with Dorne, her skill with the blade was great enough to fight off hired assassins single-handedly, proving her utter deadliness with Valyrian steel without need of a dragon. Number 8 is Baelor Targaryen, known as the Breakspear. Known for his honor and martial ability, Baelor was a champion in both tournaments and battlefields. His skill with a sword was matched by his strength and tactical knowledge, making him a respected warrior. Baelor's martial prowess was evident in his ability to lead troops effectively and win battles through sheer skill and determination. But his true strength was his compassion and fairness to even the lowest folk, and his adherence to the knightly codes even to the point of going against his own royal blood, as seen in the story of the Hedge Knight. His tragic fate while engaging in the trial of 7 in defense of Sir Duncan, the Tall's life was ruled one of the greatest losses the realm had ever seen. Number 9 is Aemon Targaryen, known widely as the One Eye. Known for his fierce temper and martial prowess, Aemon Targaryen was a formidable warrior who lost an eye in a childhood fight with his own nephews. He rode the dragon Vhagar and long served as the leader of the forces loyal to the Greens. He fought bravely during the Dance of the Dragons. Aemon's martial prowess was showcased in his ability to engage in fierce combat, such as his famous duel with his uncle Daemon Targaryen, who he bravely challenged to a final combat that would result in both of their deaths. Number 10 is Daemon Targaryen. Daemon Targaryen, known as the Young Dragon, was a young and fearless warrior king who conquered Dorne. His bravery and skill in combat were notable, although his reign was short due to his untimely death in battle. Daeron's martial prowess was evident in his successful military campaigns and his ability to inspire his troops through his courage and fighting ability.